Do deep, not on a Monday. So I am here. This is Killer B. I'm here with Dave. I'll reintroduce it from the top here in game number 3. As you guys can see, the score is 2-0. This will be Sida's home map, game number 3. All right, here we go. Clan Masters Tournament, game number 3 between Sida and the Adventurers. In the last game, we saw Sida get a win on the Adventurers' home map, which was Pond Arena. We also saw a player leave that game without a GG and is not back in this particular game. Is that true? Was that the player who resigned out?
Sticky Fingers was the one who resigned last time, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to create drama when it's not there.
We may be reading way too much into that, yeah.
Creating drama that isn't there, but this is Hidden Pick Civilizations. It happens to be a mirror, Huns, Mongols, Mayans, 3v3. That voice you hear is Marauder. I'm Killer B. This is the group stage of the Clan Masters, and we are going to see 3v3 action in this game on Arabia. So, what do we have? Pocket players in this game will be Kuda in blue, and we will see Sticky Fingers in teal. So Sticky Fingers will have Classic Pro and Warrior on his flanks. Warrior in red playing as Mongols will be up against Bad Boys as Mayans. So Mongols, Mayans on one side. On the other side, we'll have Heaven as Mongols and the purple player Huns. So we will have Mongols, Huns on the bottom flanks, and we will have Mayans, Mongols on the top flanks. Do you see any early, anything interesting early in this game, Dave?
I noticed that the boars, well, yellow and red are having a scout fight right now, but both of their boars are right beside each other. Mm-hmm. So if there was ever a candidate to see a double boar steal, it would be on this side. I don't think we're going to see it. I hope we're going to see it, but yellow is moving away now. I think the Huns have the advantage as the pocket player over the Mayans. To be honest, I think that advantage goes to the Sida team. The Huns can go into Knights and Castle Age, which are a more dynamic unit really early in Castle Age. The Mayans could go Plumed Archers, which could be annoying, but it takes a bit of time to get the castle up, to get the numbers, enough numbers to do some damage. So I think Castle Age, early Castle Age, I think the Sida team has the advantage for the positions anyway. And we see Red Scout almost going down on the side near his base.
Yeah, I think that's a decent decision from the red player to take down a lot of HP on Bad Boy's Eagle, because Bad Boy is just roaming around his boars. I think he wants to make sure that Bad Boy doesn't have the HP to steal a boar, but I don't know exactly his intentions. Right now, players are booming their way through. 4 villagers on wood for Kuda in the pocket, 4 on wood for the yellow player, 3 on wood for the green one. So we could see a couple drushes from Sida. Just 3 on wood from Classic, 4 for the teal player Sticky, and 4 from the red player. So we probably might see 1 or 2 drushes from each team. Boars being lured in. Hopefully we don't see any villagers go down to boars here. And actually, I noticed for a second there, 2 of the Sida players are a little bit behind on villager counts. Let's see. The Mongols player... no, I guess not. It's about 12 or 13 each, but it looks like Sida Heaven is still on 12.
You have to keep in mind that the Huns player is probably... The Huns don't have to build houses as well, so...
Heaven also having Loom here pretty early. Yeah, you're right. So that should give them a slight couple second advantage. Very good. Okay, so we are continuing to work our way through. As you said, there will be a pocket player as Kuda as Huns here in this game, which could be a big difference. Could see the Mongols player go with a fast up time and go with feudal pressure, or we may see drushes. We'll have to wait and see. Classic Pro in here just a little bit too late. He could have maybe blocked Heaven's Vil, but Heaven is also Loom, so it's all good. Not going to get a villager killed there just yet. The only thing we've seen so far in this early game is that Bad Boy stole 1 sheep from Warrior while Warrior was kind of fighting with his eagle. Other than that...
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. I thought Kuda was going to lose a villager. He actually had to garrison it from a long way away. He has a ton of weak ones, and his board isn't really in the ideal position there. He came very, very close to losing a villager.
There's no such thing as ideal in Age of Conquerors, my friend. Yeah, players just moving their way through. You can see Heaven is pushing some tier in right now. Heaven will be able to go up relatively early as Mongols with that hunt bonus. 18 villagers, just about for everyone. Heaven is just a smidge behind, maybe a quarter of a vil behind. Classic Pro grabbing the 10 gold. No, he's headed to wood. Never mind. Yeah, we continue to work our way through the Dark Age here. Warrior grabbing Loom. He is Mongols. He is on 19 Vils. We may see him click up any moment.
Yeah, he'll go up right after Loom. So it looks like he's going to go for his scouts, early scouts.
Yeah, and he was able to keep his scout alive after fighting that eagle, and he's on 3 HP, so he can push deer with that scout if he wants to. He did push 2. By the looks of it, he's going to leave 2 more. Bad Boy starting to wall up across the front. He will have a barracks as well, grabbing the 10 gold. May send in a Drush here relatively soon. Green player Heaven transitioning 3 villagers over to gold. He is up to Feudal Age, as is Warrior. So we'll see what the pocket players do. I'm actually a little bit surprised by Heaven going to gold that early as Mongols. But we will see what he does with this. Does that surprise you at all? Am I crazy?
Yeah, that seems weird. He's on 19 villagers. Like, you would think he would be going scouts. He's actually up faster than Warrior, 1 second faster. So, interesting decision to go on gold this early.
It is. He must be going fast archers here. That's all I can think of. I don't know why. Well, why speculate? We're about to get there. But right now, he is on his way up. Heaven is going to be on that flank against Classic Pro. Classic Pro playing as Huns. I don't know Classic Pro that well, but pretty much every player's best civ is going to be Huns, so we would expect Classic Pro to probably get some good aggression in here once he hits the Feudal Age. He's going to have a safe gold pile in the back, maybe if he walls toward his TC, so we should see a strong game from the purple player. He is right now fighting Scout v Scout on Heaven, and he's actually got the advantage. Heaven's villager's going to get in and push him away, though. And Barracks coming down for the green player, not delayed too much. Looks like he will get that down just after getting to the Feudal Age, and we'll see what he builds next. The red player is up with his Barracks as well. He is not decided yet to build a... Oh, he's going to build an archery range.
He's going archer range. Yeah, he went on gold as well, so they both have the same idea, I suppose.
Wow.
We were wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'll take the hit for that
usual,
one.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I just followed your lead, so.
Yeah, it's really my fault. Yeah, so I guess we're going to see some archers here, at least from the red player. Green player
look
not.
Look at the walls coming down from Bad Boy. He's going to be fully walled by the time any archers come around from red.
Yeah, that will be interesting. The only difficulty is in a team game, of course, if you wall yourself in, it means you're basically inviting your nearest opponent to go to your teammate. So we may see those archers eventually work their way to Kuda. By the time they get there, it might not matter. Kuda might be in the Castle Age in the pocket over there. But we will keep an eye on that. We actually see some very late militia out from Heaven. Heaven may be going men-at-arms here? What's the plan? Heaven's going forward with 3 Vils. He's 3 on gold. He does not have an archery range yet that I can see.
For sure, man-at-arms, and they're coming in right now. So he's going to pressure purple with some man-at-arms.
Interesting. Interesting decision. I didn't expect it, neither would the purple player, I suppose. Double archery range or single archery range right now for the red player. I hear fighting on that side because Bad Boy did actually send in a Drush, and he did get a villager. So Bad Boy sending in a pretty darn good Drush here. He's going to end up losing all of his militia, but he got a Vil, and he denied an archery range for a couple of seconds. Those men-at-arms for Heaven are now in. They are going to be fighting those fleshy, juicy Vils, a couple of scouts, and a spear. So for the moment, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get a lot done. Backing off just a bit. Definitely doing a good job to keep those villagers from working. And for the moment, it's a bit of a stalemate here. Nobody's really gotten in great aggression. The only person who's kind of hurt a little bit here is Warrior. Warrior on 22 Vils. Ugh. Just a bit behind here.
Yeah, he lost some units at his lumber camp. It was not good whatsoever. So he's having problems, big time.
Yeah, so at the moment we continue to work our way through this. Siddha and the adventurers teams here, the adventurer team here, are switching back and forth every 2 seconds. The score lead changes. Feudal Age coming in a little bit late for the 2 pocket players who will probably go fast castle. Let's check. Blue player here has walled in his wood line very wisely. Has not walled in his gold, but can do so soon. He'll go stable blacksmith. On the other side, the teal player went market blacksmith and will probably go up as well. Pocket player Mayans could be interesting. Oh, got a couple idols just for a second there. Could be interesting to see what he goes with. He is heavily on stone, so we will expect those sweet plumed archers. I'll try to actually call them plumes this time. I guess I was calling them eagles like the entire game last time we did a cast.
Yeah, you were actually. I didn't want to mention anything. So,
dude, it's
meanwhile in Purple's base, because we can't always talk about past games. Come on, we got to live in the present.
All right, man.
In Purple's base, he did lose a villager, and he lost 2 more scouts there, but he did clean up all of Green's men-at-arms. And Green has already made spears, so he had the foresight to know that Purple would come to his base with scouts, and I don't think Purple's going to be able to do much damage there.
Blacksmith coming up on the back there for the green player. Does not have the buildings for castle, probably not the resources either just yet. But those scouts will actually not go to the green player. Very, very smart move from Classic Pro if he does circumvent green because, well, no, blue's not open anymore. Blue was open for a while there, but yeah, he's not going to get there. He's actually going to head around the horn all the way to the back of green's base to that wood line, and that's actually going to be effective. There is not a spear within sight of that wood line. Man, purple player is surprising us. The green player is surprising me over and over. Going to get some good downhill hits in on that Vil, who is going to certainly die here. One Vil down, very many Vils distracted, and a pretty darn good sneak attack there from the purple player, who will find that Heaven is going to be walling in. Red player on the other side, Warrior, is sending around archers, but he's about to find out that everybody is walled in on the Sida team. So Sida not team walling, just individual walling. Spears are in, purple player needs to get out, and for now we will see this game return to a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, and the archers from Warrior, just in hindsight, they're just such a bad decision in this situation. Like he's already almost matched in terms of army numbers by Yellow, who has some garrisoned in his archer range, and Yellow's already up to castle age. And meanwhile, how many villagers is Warrior sitting on? 29 against 30 from Yellow, who's an age up on him. Not so good at all at the moment.
Not going great for that team just yet. Stone being gathered now by Heaven. So Heaven may be going to go with some Mangudai. We do see a couple of skirms out on the field already for the purple player here. So he is anticipating that. He's still running his scouts around the horn, but there is a spear nearby that one villager walling up the back door. So I don't think he's going to get in. Red player Warrior is taking a good fight on the hill against what just became crossbows from Bad Boy. And as you said, it is a little bit of a disadvantage because Bad Boy kind of turtled up, he walled up, and now he is in the castle age. He can probably outproduce his opponent pretty easily behind those walls.
Yeah, and he's already going for a second TC, so he's not going for full aggression against Red. He is picking some bad fights against those archers on that hill, though.
Yeah.
Lost about 3 crossbows for nothing. Meanwhile, Blue, his pocket player, has 1 stable up. He's got 4 knights. He's already dropped 2 TCs. So he's just going to go for the 3 TC knights to kind of support his teammates. Yeah, I think that's going to be working out just fine at the moment, actually.
Knights are going to be a big problem, especially if they work their way over to Classic Pro. I mean, Classic Pro is just wide open, and he has nothing to defend Knights right now. He has 1 spear, 2 spears in play. But they do look like they're headed toward the pocket player in teal, the Mayans player. They will do a decent job over there as of right now. We just see a couple of plumes roaming out across the map, and a defensive castle for teal.
But green is fully walled now. He invested quite a bit of stone to get his base completely secured. Once he manages to stabilize there, he's almost up to castle age.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a hole, though, on the houses. Ooh, let's see if he notices that.
He immediately goes over, yeah. Those scouts need to stay in, I think. I think it's high time for them to get in. Yep, they will, and maybe they can continue to harass. Spears will be there to chase him around, but at least keep his opponent busy. Those Blue Knights did head over to Classic Pro, but he was reinforced by plumes from Sticky Fingers, so he's going to be just fine. Knights are no upgrades right now for Kuda. Rolling in just a few of those. We do see crossbows on the top side from Bad Boy. We do still see Warrior in the middle of the map camping out on top of that big hill until he can get to Castle Age by the looks of it. But he's going to be a little bit under pressure on his side. He's also stonewalled in, should be relatively safe.
Yeah, Yellow might manage. Yellow picked off 1 villager there. But he can only range so far into Warrior's base. He might pick off a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he could actually run straight under the TC if Warrior isn't careful and get right in on that gold and everything.
Yeah, at this point, no armor upgrades. He will take some damage. The red player here, Warrior, is coming back, and he's actually going to wait. I think he wants to close this trap on top of the yellow player. Nope, maybe not. Maybe he's just waiting a little bit. Doesn't want to take that fight quite yet. I saw in my mind the yellow player going under that TC and then the hammer coming down from Warrior closing him in. But that is not going to happen here. Knights still roaming around from the blue player, hanging out in the fog of war. Right now, those plumes from Teal are roaming around, trying to find those knights, I suppose, but it's all defense right now for the adventurers.
Yeah, good fight from yellow as well to kind of pick those archers off. I think Warrior just needs to save those until he's in Castle Age. He needs to figure out a way to get those back in his base and safe. But still, the booming from Blue is better than anyone on the Russian team, and Bad Boy has a pretty nice boom going on right now as well.
The blue player here is coming in for what is a pretty bad fight. Teal needs to cap him off. Yeah, that's not very good. Blue player gets out of there with the knights, I suppose, but man, he almost got totally trapped in by archers on every single side. So he does not get a villager there. He gets one archer and has to run back. Blue player booming up, doing a good job to keep his knights alive right now and continue to keep his opponents on the defensive, coming up with a 4th TC. And Sida really won by having a villager advantage in Game 1. They won by having a villager advantage in Game 2. And we'll see if having a villager advantage here in Game 3 leads to the same outcome, because they are certainly going to have that for a while.
Ooh, Bad Boy going over to Teal's base now. Red does have archers there, and there are plumed archers from Teal as well at the front of his base. So Bad Boy has to be kind of careful with his crossbows here. He's going to pick off one villager, almost get 2, but he needs to get out of dodge there before he becomes trapped. Teal coming back with the plumed archers now. And he might lose all of those crossbows for basically nothing if they manage to pick a good fight.
Yeah, they are still trying to roam around the backside and do some damage right now. And as you said, they may be in a lot of hot water here soon. Classic Pro has a decent little makeshift army of archers, skirms, and a couple spears roaming across the map. He will be heading maybe toward the blue player. I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll keep an eye on him. Bad Boy has got his crossbows in the back, and they are about to get trapped on both sides. You, my friend, you can see the future. Warrior here is going to be on one side. If the Teal player Sticky Fingers can close the trap, he needs to get over here and close the trap. They should be able to clean this up.
That's actually a good fight for Bad Boy, because he was going to lose those either way, and he managed to take out about 8 crossbows from Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And if Teal had played that right, could have killed that entire army for maybe 1 death, 1 or 2.
Not the ideal fight there, but Warrior and Sticky working fairly well together will clean all of that up. Meanwhile, their teammate Classic will be on the top side of Heaven's base, and they will be starting to push, but there's a Mangonel there in defense. Mm-hmm. Very nice response.
Although, forward Siege Workshop from Classic, and he shifted into... He is Huns, so he shifted into Cavalry Archers,
mm-hmm.
Which will be good against the Mongols in Castle Age, and it looks like... Is Heaven planning on making any other units? Right now, he's just got Mangonels. Does he think he can just defend with that? I'm not certain he can once the plumed archers come around.
I think your question is rhetorical in nature. Yeah, Classic Pro with that Siege Workshop on the hill is going to do a nice job to pressure. Double stone walls coming down from the green player who, as you said, has a Mangonel right now. Classic Pro is going to take a Mangonel shot, though, to those Cav Archers who are not bloodlined. Right now, they're actually going to... One of them's going to go down. Maybe more of them. Yeah, okay. Classic Pro will eventually respond to this. He's got another army in on the backside, idling the wood line of Heaven. So he's doing a decent job against his flank player. Teal player coming over with more archers to try to do more damage. What is this coming forward? Just a market from the blue player for now. So blue is booming. Bad Boy is kind of...
Blue has a lot of knights, though. And he's getting +2 right now. And
yes.
He might catch that army from purple. Sticky Fingers also on the way to Imperial Age. So usually if you see Mayans go to Imperial this quickly, he is dropping a barracks at his base. So I think we might see Eagle Warriors here.
Oh boy. Maybe I'll get the unit name right for those Eagle Warriors. Yeah, those knights right now from Kuda are on their way over. He's also building out outposts to get good vantage point of his area, and they are certainly going to clash into this army.
Purple's got to be careful here. They may miss each other yet. They may miss each other. Yep.
Oh boy. Purple and blue passing each other like ships in the night, and right now that little tiny army from purple, the little engine that could... Why did I say that? They are still roaming around in the back. So yeah, +2 knights there from the blue player Kuda as Huns. He's going to not... Okay, he does have bloodlines. Okay, sorry, I was I must have read that wrong.
Oh, they got to be careful here. There's a Mangonel, 2 Mangonels coming up from green, and the +2 Knights coming from blue. Purple's certainly going to lose those Mangonels at the back. And they could lose this entire army here if they're not careful. Some shots coming off from green on the Plumed Archers. Teal's deciding to get out of dodge. Unfortunately, his escape route is right into the Knights from blue.
Yeah, the blue player here is going to be on the hill with Knights. They are going to come down that very hill and take this fight.
This is bad for the Sita team, and the Mangonels coming from the other side. The shots!
Oh, it's great for the Sita team because they're going to get in the Mangonel shots there, and they are continuing to push on those Eagles, and this might be curtains right now. This is a really, really bad situation for Sticky Fingers and Classic Pro. They're going to get out of dodge for now, but that was really, really bad for them. That second army that did pass by the Knights has not really gotten any damage in on the backside. So in the end, the Knights will really win the day here for Kuda. And the Sita guys are in good shape at the moment.
And El Dorado coming in right away from Sticky Fingers. So he's got a ton of barracks down. He's got 5 barracks down already producing Eagles. However, Kuda on the way to Imperial Age. Probably going to get Cavalier right away as soon as he gets there.
Yeah, so Elite Eagle and
Cavalier's pretty good against Eagles.
The one nice thing that I really do like about the Teal player here is that he's kind of hidden those barracks. I don't think anybody on the Sita team knows that he's built up that many. He built enough plumes to maybe make his opponents think that he's going plumes, you know?
No, but if you go up to Imperial that fast, they have to know you're going Eagles. Because the Plumed Archers don't improve that much once you get to Imperial Age. So they have to assume he's going Eagles.
Fair enough. And if we look around the horn at who's been slinging who, I would be able to tell you. Just a moment. No tribute being sent around. Okay, so for now, nobody's slinging anybody. I didn't know if Teal might get a couple of resources from his teammates. He is actually going to run in that initial group of Eagles, 5 of them up against some Crossbows here from Bad Boy. Should be able to clean that up, reinforcing.
All of those.
Yeah.
He's got El Dorado as well, and just look at the HP from the Eagles.
Yeah, those
he's got 2 armor upgrades on those, and it's just ugly.
Sita Heaven saying LOL and GG. I'm not sure if he's saying for his team or not, but right now the Plumes are still working their way around the map, trying to annoy and maybe distract Kuda for a moment. Kuda here is eventually going to clean this up, I think. He has plenty of Knights in the proximity. He's also coming forward with Knights to eventually probably hit the purple player who is still pushing on the front. Heaven here has really been on the defensive all game. He is maybe on the front still playing defensively against the purple player Pro. And where will those Eagles go? That is the big question. Elite Eagle Warriors roaming across the map. Bad Boy has been pretty quiet here for a while. I don't know exactly if they'll head to him or toward the pocket. But right now,
I think ideally he's going to be trying to hit the pocket player because they've done damage to Green. Green now getting a castle up in a defensive location, which is good. Blue coming in with a lot of Cavaliers. Good thing Teal walled his allies' base, but there are holes in that wood line.
Yeah, a bit of a team wall going up there, and oh man, there's a hole right between the house and
there's a hole right there. Oh my goodness. And those are soon to be Cavaliers, and there's nothing purple. Purple doesn't have anything.
Yeah, purple not having much at all. A couple of Cav Archers and a couple of Skirms.
This is disaster. Look at him run with the villagers. He's coming back with his army, but I'm sorry that army's not going to be able to do anything against these Cavaliers.
Yeah, this is really, really bad news. You can see the Cavaliers just don't even really care. They're just like taking a couple of arrow shots.
And they're soon to be Paladins as well. Kuda with the upgrades there, but still in Kuda's base, ton of Eagles, but look at Cavaliers just do quite well against Eagles. Teal is still going to win that fight, but Blue has a bunch of stables there, and he can reinforce pretty quickly.
Yeah, and in the end,
I think Purple got the memo.
Yeah, in the end, that was enough. I mean, had there been a wall up there, and had Teal got a little bit more momentum on his attack, maybe, just maybe, Adventurers would have had a few more minutes to fight, but that is the end of this game. Good rating from the blue player, good booming. We've seen all 3 of these games go to Sita, because Sita has done a lot better job having one player really boom up in the early game. And in this case, Kuda just had too many Knights for the Adventurers to deal with. So this one will go to 3-0. 3-0. Let's look at the achievements real quick here. Military stats is what I'm interested in. Kuda leading the way with the largest army, even though he built only knights, which are a relatively expensive unit, and he also killed the most units in the game. So Kuda there got to do the fun part, which is bring the hammer down on everybody else. Heaven got pushed early, but kind of held his own. Bad Boy had those crossbows that were good enough for his team, and this game will go again for the third time in a row to the Sida team. So we will see 3-0. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Rule number 1 in AoE, there's always a hole. Yeah, TV10. That is actually a very true statement. I'm going to put on music for just about 1 minute and drink some liquids. Unless you want more than a minute, Mr. Dave. Do you want a couple minutes?
Nope.
No, you're good?
Nope.
All right.
Get this over with.
Oh, boy. So game number 4, let me put the rules up here whilst I drink some liquids. Game number 4 is going to be the choice of the losing team. So let's see real quick. Let me put that up for everybody to read and see. Welcome to the Clan Masters, people. It has begun. It is on like Donkey Kong. All right. That is officially 1 minute. Let's see what's going on here. Hi, stream friends. Yeah, Sida won that game relatively easily. It will be 3-0, but we're going to play all 4 because it's the group stage here today. Boy. Chat seems to be of a dirty mind tonight, but that's cool with me. As you were, chat. I'm here. This is Killer B, a.k.a. Tyler. I don't know why my real name is an a.k.a., but I am here with the Marauder. Yeah, we've been doing some games that are recordings from this weekend that were not available to be streamed live. Voobly Official was very, very busy this weekend. Several really intense Clan Masters games, and therefore Sida and Adventurers did not quite make it onto the card. They also had a bit of a delay in their games. So I was going to do these live, but now we're doing them as recordings. And if Mr. Dave is back, we will jump into the 4th game.
I never left.
He never left. He would never leave you behind.
I won't leave you. Don't worry about it.
So game number 4, as you can see in the settings, if you were watching the settings, that is, you would see that it is the losing clan may choose between Arabia / Dry Arabia, Bedouins, Bedouin, I don't know how you say that one. Land Nomad.
Bedouins.
Bedouins. Yep. Bedouins. Land Nomad, Nomad, CM map pack, different from their home map, and hidden different civs for each clan. So we've already seen Adventurer's initial home map, which was Pond Arena, I believe it's called. We don't know what they're going to go with here. I have seen some teams go with Land Nomad or Nomad because of the chance that maybe, just maybe, your opponent will get a really, really crappy starting map. But we'll see. We'll see what this one goes down as. We'll see if the Adventurers can rally and win a game. Every game matters in the group stage. And if you bet 2-2, as Mr. Dave did, you will be regretting that because Sida will be either 3-1 or 4-0 after this very game.
Hey. I said I either bet 3-1 or 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unsure, and I can't check.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm going with 3-1 right now.